to mention.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, Tainá, and you, Mikael.
Good morning, I'm Kaeli. I'm 29 years old. I live in Goiânia. I'm married, but I don't have kids too. Um, I'm here in TALKNTALK since January of the last year. Now I'm studying English and Spanish. Sometimes I will uh, talk in Spanish because I'm confused. For me, it's very difficult to change the key of my head about the languages. So I think that
So we can expect you say a lot of stuff in Spanish while English immersions, right?
see.
That's it. Okay, okay. Well, and about me, yeah, let me see. Yeah, I've bought some devices to build my first racing simulator last week. So because these stuffs are so expensive, I decided to buy a used one. So I bought wheelbase, steer wheel at all, um, pedal and the support that will support these stuffs because currently I have a simple entry level steer wheel that I put on the desk, and the next one is so strong to be on the desk. If I put these new devices in my desk, I'm sure that my desk will fall down, will broken. So I had to buy a support. That's something that I decided to do because I realized I like a lot to do virtual races, and because of this, I decided to invest more in my leisure time as well. As I usually say, I always balance my obligations with my family and my uh, own desires. So this time it was time to invest more in my desire and in the stuff that I really enjoy. So yeah, that's it, girls. So let's start with the conversation. Um, Michael, please, could you start with the first one for us?
Yes. Um, which renewable technology would you choose if you were responsible for your country's energy strategy? Um, if I were responsible for my country's energy strategy, I would
Mm-hmm.
prioritize a diversified renewable mix. Um, I think with a strong focus on solar and wind energy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that solar energy is highly scalable, and uh, I think that it's cost effective.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm sure, but I think it's that. And I think the wind energy uh, offers high energy output, especially in regions with consistent wind patterns like Ceará, for example. I remember when I was in Ceará that there is a lot of wind energy there. Yes, I think that.
Yeah, I agree with you. We could extend the energy to more places. I think that's something you mentioned, right? Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. But we have challenges, that's the video mentioned. Sometimes these technologies are expensive or they are intermittent, you know. So
Yes, but everything is expensive. I think we need to
invest.
choose.
Yeah, 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 yeah. In my point of view, girls, we have I don't know how to say this in English. I'm gonna try to explain in a English way. I think there are a lot of business involved related this that they prefer not to research to invest in new stuff because they are comfortable with their business, right? I think that for me that's the main point, you know, because we have enough technology and knowledge to enhance our energy structure, not only in Brazil, but in the world in general, right? So, yeah, that's my point of view. However, if I was responsible for my country's energy strategy, um, yeah, I would open for more companies support the energy structure. I don't know how to explain this in English again, but I'm talking about like a consortium or um, when the governments decided to open for private companies um, um, to make business with some ex-government stuffs like this company will manage the energy or the water distribution and so on, you know. So if I was responsible, I would be open to private more, to bring more competition. I don't know if this word exists, but to increase the companies fighting between them for provide a service. You know, I'm this kind of person, and with this approach in my mind, the companies would have to offer better services and products, and they need to search more and deliver best solutions. Yeah, that's my approach. And for you, Tainá?
So, as Brazil is a country nature, I would use more the nature, like energy from sun or energy from the sea, just into warm the water or make more electricity to save more the electricity that
Mm-hmm.
harm the nature. I avoid the electricity that harm the planet.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, you said something like Mikhail said, I guess. And we have this natural resource. We have. Okay, I'm gonna start with the next one, girls. If governments invest more in renewable energy, how will that impact global carbon emissions? Yeah, if we would take care of carbon emissions, I think these two topics are related between them. Because if you have a strong energy structure, we are able to decrease the carbon emissions and the planet, I guess, you know. So unfortunately, invest this in this part is not in interesting for the governments in all over the world, in my point of view, because they just want to get money fast. They are not interested in provide and thinking our future in general. That's my point. That's my point of view. Yeah. And about you, Michaele?
I don't know, it's a hard question.
Yeah.
I think the government is always doing the minimum about that. Of course, there is a lot of countries that uh, it's not doing anything, uh, like the United States now. But I think it is difficult. I think depends the real impact depends the how quickly these investments are implemented and whether they are combined with supported policies, like you said about the clear energy. I don't know. I think it's difficult to think about that in Portuguese and English too.
Yeah. Yeah, these questions are so true. We are think deeper and try to articulate the topic that we don't use to speak on our daily, you know.
Yeah,
It's hard.
everything is scary. We don't
Yeah.
know anything.
Yeah, yesterday I replaced an Endo host here, you know, at the same time 7 a.m. and the topic that he chose was so hard to explain. I struggled a lot to say anything about that.
Yeah,
It was so
weather was
hard.
so difficult.
Yeah, Endo
I remember.
usually bring hard topics to discuss, and I like this moment because when we face this kind of challenge, we used to improve ourselves a lot quickly. I would say as quickly as we
Yes,
can.
I agree.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. And for you, Tainá?
Yes, I agree with Michaela. I think it would have a strong impact on our planet, especially in the weather, the climate, because cutting the carbon helps not warming a lot the planet, and it help the weathers um, provide more clean air, and we yeah, that is less burning of
Mm-hmm.
oil, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and produce more clean energy, and the economy would have the benefit because create a new jobs, for example, and reduce the dependence on the dirt air.
But inside your heart, do you truly believe that the governments are concerned about this?
No, no. I I think they doesn't matter with us, with the air, because they live the best life.
Yeah, yeah.
They have access the best air, the best foods. They doesn't matter. They don't matter with us.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I have to agree with you.
Yeah, these things is just in studies and reports, just to make up something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you are right, Taina, in my point of view.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, and it's your turn to continue this conversation, Taina. If you like to choose the next one or another one, feel free.
Okay. Number 5. What is sustainable practicing could individuals adopt to support green technology? Um, I think separated the trash, separated the plastic, paper, glass, and to put these things in the right place, not just in trash, in the normal trash. Um, um, yeah, to avoid to buy packets with made with plastics, for example, not waste water, and yeah, try to be like angels, like to be like angels. Yeah, take care of your planet, plant some tree, cultivated your own foods. Try to have a horta. I don't know how to say. Try to have your own horta, and
Orca.
uh, because the planet, the nature is our part of us. We need we need the planet, the nature. It's not the contrary. The nature don't need us. Us or need the nature.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If the nature will would be angry with us, we would have a lot of problems today, you know. So you're right. But I don't know about you, Taina, in your place in UK, but here in my city, it's hard to find companies or organizations that take care properly of trashes, you know. For example, the city that I lived in, my current city, my current place, I didn't find, I haven't found a organization that take care properly of these trashes, you know. So it's common we see all the trashes the same package, for example, the same box or whatever, you know. Unfortunately, I don't know. That's a good point at all. I'm gonna choose search if there are organizations to do this. I know that some people usually to take this renewable trash, you know, to sell in some place, you know. But I don't know. I think it's a good time to know if we have some organization to manage this. Yeah, good point. And for you, Michaeli?
I agree with Taina. I think there is a lot of things that we can do, like reducing energy consumption, uh, no conserving water, um, minimi, minimizing waste. But another thing, I think we can prefer companies that adopted this sustainable practice or like to invest in green innovation or this kind of things. I think this is a, a situation that individuals can support. Uh, how can I say companies that do that for us in a large scale. I think it is I think that we can do support these companies. You're mute.
I'm muted. I'm sorry. If we interesting for which companies do these activities, for example, is a good start point, I guess. I took a note this. I'm gonna to search if I find some company here in my place. Yeah, yeah. But I
And I
totally
don't
agree.
know if there is a local companies, but I know like Natura, Boticário, there is
They
a
receive the
they they receive this kind of things. Yes, I
yeah,
don't
it's
know
another
where, but
approach. Yeah, another good approach. Yeah, I took a note to remember. Thank you so much, girls. I agree with you. And okay, it's your time to continue this conversation, Michael. If you do the same Taina's approach, feel free.
Which, question number 6. Which
Okay.
renewable energy source might become the most important in the next 20 years?
Wow.
I I think in the next 20 years, the petrol will be the, the energy source yet, unfortunately. But if I can choose, I think every country needs to create your own renewable energy source, like
Yeah.
Dana said before, based on the nature of the of your country. I think it's very important to do that. Of course, in Brazil we have a lot of usinas elétricas. I don't know English, but uh, I think every country needs to think about that and how we can use our nature uh, to create energy without without create a nature problem too. I think that
Mm-hmm.
is important too.
Yeah, good point. Every region, if every region deeply unders would understand their limitations and their strongness, would be better to find the best solutions for each of them. I agree. And for you, Taina,
Sorry, what is the question?
number 6.
Um, in the next 20 years, I think is the I don't have idea.
That's the point. I have no idea, like you. Don't worry. Well, I don't know if I'm sure if petroleum. How can I say petróleo in English? Petróleo, no?
Oil, diesel.
Oil,
Petroleum, oil,
petroleum.
oil, I guess, yeah, oil. I don't know if oil would be not so much used in the next future 20 years because we are so dependent from oil currently, unfortunately. But I'd like if you would change this because oil is so offensive for nature, I would say, they attack a lot our environmental. So I would like we would have energy from wind or water. Of course, using this not about wind because we can uh, um, save save wine in a box like Dilma would like to do. But about water, it's important to use it with responsible, just not use it and make it dirt and not be usable in the future, So I think uh, I would like the oil wouldn't uh, uh, didn't use in the future, to be honest, because the planet would glad us if we could do this. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I think the solar energy could be the most important
yeah,
renewable energy. because it's cheaper and you can installate it, the solar panels
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, like in condominiums
Yeah,
or in the top of the builds.
great
And
point.
it's cheaper.
It's not so cheaper to build the structure, right? The structures is so expensive, at least here in Brazil. I don't know in your region, Taina, but here I think it's kind of a 5,000 reais, or something like this to build this structure in a simple home.
Yeah, here there is no sun. We don't have the sun,
I
but we
got
have the
you.
wind. The wind
Okay.
energy is working very well here.
Yeah, wind is another good approach to deal with this. But I agree
Yeah,
with you, Taina.
yeah, because the wind is strong and grow. The wind makes a lot energy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, as we are talking about, each reasons could find the best way for themselves.
Yeah.
In Brazil, as you mentioned, solar panel would be a good approach, a
Mhm.
good decision for sure. Well, wind I don't know about because I think we don't have. Uh, um, I don't know if in whole Brazilian regions we have enough wind to use as energy. In my region, for example, sometimes we have a strong wind or wind, or sometimes we don't. But about solar energy, I think in Brazil that would work a lot.
Yeah. But if the government doesn't nothing, what?
Yeah, they don't do nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, if the government doesn't nothing, how many more years do you think the Earth will last?
Wow.
How many years do you have
I'm
in
not a
this
positive guy. I'm not a positive guy in this point. I think we'll have a few years ahead. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if my children will have enough healthy life in environmental terms, right? Because
planet?
I'm concerned about them. To be honest, I'm concerned because as we talked, the most of governments and people don't care much about these stuffs.
Mhm.
We usually just think about our current lives, ourselves, about ourselves, you know unfortunately. So I don't know what expect for my children's future, for example. Even my grandchildren's. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine my grandchildren's alive. It's
Yeah.
hard to think, but it's the truth.
So to you, we have just in more 30 years.
No, I would say 50
50.
50 years, something like that. No, no. Let me change my answer. I think we will have a life along the way, but I'm not sure if you have a health life along the way. That's the point. Especially with nature. I don't know if our air will be safe for us, our water and these stuffs because we using a lot of technology. For example, we don't use to talking about, but AI technology needs a lot of powerful computers to processing the data. For example, we lose a lot of energy to produce, for example, a text with 200 words. We have to lose a lot of water because there are a lot of math, a lot of count behind the scenes to g- bring us the answer from AI, you know. So, and the AI have been used in for everything nowadays, everything. So, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Elon Musk knows we have just in more 15 years. Just
Yeah,
for this reason, he wants to go to the
another
Mars,
place. Yeah,
another
yeah,
planet, because our
yeah,
life here is
yeah,
almost finished.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but I don't have money for that.
Ah, no.
If
Money.
Musk help us with accessible vehicle to go to the another planet, we can think about. But I
Yeah,
agree with you.
I think it cost 1 million just in for go.
Oh my goodness.
Come back is
So,
more 1 million.
oh my goodness. We have to go and stay there forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah, it's hard, girls. Okay, and I think it's my time to choose some question. Let me check, girls. Uh, wow. I'm searching, girls. Give a moment. Ah, okay. Question number 4. I think is a good one. What do you think will happen if solar panel technology becomes more efficient and mainly affordable? Well, that's a life change, in my opinion. If we have accessible solar panels to install in almost the most of places, builds, I think our planet would glad us a lot along the way because as we talked about, solar energy is is efficient, is less expensive, is cheaper, and yeah, the nature would glad us if we use a lot. Yeah, but I don't know
Number
if.
8.
Go ahead, Taina.
Number 8?
Number 4.
Ah, 4.
Number 4. But I don't know, girls. I think the business use to just to think about themselves as we talked, and I'm not sure if these solar panels would cost less in the future. To be honest, they in my opinion they will find some excuse to continue value a lot of money. Yeah, that's it. And for you, Taina, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the economy grow a lot because the solar industry would create more and more and create more jobs, um, more material to sell, and I think could decrease our carbon emissions.
Mm-hmm.
The electricity became more cheaper
Mm-hmm.
because energy bills decrease and countries could less on the emissions of oil and gas.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are a lot of the benefit, but the nations need to be unit and to think equal, to think it the same. But now our focus is the money, is to
Yeah.
to be productive, to make
Yeah,
more and more money. It's
yeah,
not concerned about planet or carbon.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the price now is the material things.
yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you. Unfortunately, we have these challenges. And for you, Michael?
I agree with you guys. I think uh, when house and business uh, can generate their own electricity, which could significantly reduce dependence of petroleum, and it is can result decrease of carbon emissions, energy costs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I think it's very difficult to do that. I know that it's very expensive to create this in your own house. I know that there is a possibility to pay your energy for industry, solar industry. I don't know how this works, but I know
Mm-hmm.
that your energy in your house, it's cheaper when you do that to pay solar energy. Uh, I don't know. It, I think it will be transformed the economy and the energy production and the consumption of the energy in the world. But I think it's very difficult to work uh, in a lot of countries, especially in Brazil.
Yeah, yeah. And girls, this question is not the question that I'd like to ask you wasn't planned before, but um, in our opinions, in our points of view, um, which happenings would motivate the organizations, governments to invest more in natural energy. Um, yeah, I was thinking about this while you were talking about. Um, and yeah, it's something interesting to think. For example, if we realized our weather, for example, in Brazil, it's common. We realize the temperature is increasing a lot during, and the seasons is not they are not clear for me. For example, sometimes we are in a summer, however it's cold, and that happened in another seasons in an inverse way. For example, if you are uh, inverno, let me search inverno, winter. Yeah, yeah. If we are in winter, sometimes the temperature is so hot, like 4 degrees, 40 degrees, for example. I don't know. What would motivate the organizations and governments to truly invest in this field, in your opinion, Tainá?
The money, of course, if the government give
Now,
um,
let's consider we have enough money, hypothetical stuff, but something in our environment is happening that make the governments pay attention for this topic. That's my intention with the question. Uh, what have to happen in our planet that motivate the governments and business to take care more of ourselves, our planet?
mm, maybe the apocalypse. In the apocalypse, many fireballs fall on the skies. I think caught attention for the companies. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
key. But if the I think the brand image and the reputation, because the
Yeah.
generation now are narcissist. They
Mm-hmm.
care more with the image.
Yeah,
If
it's
the
true.
brands have a good reputation about care the planet or
Mm-hmm.
invent something just in using sustainable materials, I think
Mm-hmm.
it give a good motivation
Good
the
point.
prizes to care more with planets.
I liked your perspective. Good point. And for you, Michael?
For me, I think the only thing that can change this is the real end of the petroleum. I think as long as it still exists, there will be political wars over it, like they currently happening in Venezuela. So I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just about that, the real end of the oil of the petroleum.
Yeah, yeah. In my point of view, girl, I think it's easier we have more wars than they take care of our planets. You know, as you mentioned, if some natural resources would lose if we have less natural resource, they will fight to find a place that have that one, you know. I don't know the reason, but they decided to this approach. I know the reason, because economic reasons, because as you know, there are a lot of countries that they are strong, they have a strong military economy, you know, so like USA, for example, you know. So yeah, it's easier they start a war than take care of our planet, unfortunately. And yeah. Uh okay, I think we have time for one more question, girl, I guess. Some of you want to select, pick one, or can I pick you one for us? What do you like? Okay, don't fight, girls. I'm gonna choose a question for us. Okay. Uh, okay, question number 9. If companies had adopted green technology 5 years earlier, how could that have changed today's environmental situation in our point of view? In my opinion, if companies had adopted it, we would leave, we would change the way that we live, you know, because we would have, for example, affordable solar panels, more organization to take care properly of our trashes, um, mainly, maybe we could have, I don't know, yeah, I think that. And for you, Michael.
I think some of the damage caused by pollution and climate change could have been reduced or slowed down. But I think it's important to understand that a lot of companies or industry only do that because reduce the tax, especially in Brazil. So I don't know if it is really happens. I don't know if there is a policy to regulate these kind of things to
Mm-hmm.
to understand if this works. I don't know. I think there is in Brazil, but I think that if it truly happened, I think in the present situation, but reduce the pollution, climate change. I think that.
In this scenario you mentioned, we need to uh, have law improvements by governments, you know. As you mentioned, the tax must be less than now to enhance, to improve our business, you know, our companies. Yeah. And for you, Taina?
Yeah, just to check, it's a number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, number 9.
Yeah, I think everything could be better because cleaner the air, the water, lower the carbon emissions, mm, it is lower the climate impacts, for example, retard the impact, and they refresh the planet, because everything the companies make now warm the planet, and you need to do the opposite. We need to refresh, to put more ice on the planet, and reduce the warming, I think.
Yeah, yeah. If you, I don't know if you heard about, but I have a example from a big company, big tech company. The Amazon is planning to fire a lot of employees next month, and to use AI more in its daily operations, you know. And
Yeah,
with this, we will go in a contramão of the environmental um, care, you know. Unfortunately, because they will use more AI, and AI waste more energy. We will waste more water and so on, you know.
yeah.
So
Just in this week, the Amazon é, mandou embora? How to say?
we'll fire, I guess. We'll fire
Fire.
a
Yeah.
lot of employees.
This
Yeah.
week they fire 30,000
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Too much, many employees now.
Yeah. And some emails were shared in a bad moment about this, right? And they said they will use more and more AI in their operations because of this. Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, our business and governments people don't use to take care of our planet. They just think about their money and that's it. Yeah. I didn't like to finish this immersion this way, but the time is almost over, girls. I don't know if you have something to share. If you have some, no.
Yeah,
I,
this moment with AI replaces, we can feel useless. And
yeah.
yeah, just to highlight, we are not useless. We are so useful.
Yeah, for sure. And I would advise all of us to learn more about AI. It will be necessary. Doesn't matter the field that you work. It's important to understand how AI will improve your job, your tasks, you know. It's important to for us keep working, you know, for keeping working because it's hard, girls. It's hard. As I mentioned, I was asked in a test to build a system using AI. You know, for example. So
Yeah.
that's the real, that's not that won't be, that won't happen in the future, that are happening now.
Yeah, I feeling we are the Titanic. Yeah. Falling, falling, falling.
Uh, okay, girls, in this way we will finish our immersion. Yeah, have a good day. Take care. Study AI, okay? And I hope to see
Yeah.
you tomorrow, girls. Have a good